I'm Lance.
I'm Sam.
And we are Love to Hate, back again with another preview video. This time we're taking a look at a game from John Clark. This is Monster Stomping Heroes that is on Kickstarter right now, so be sure to check out the Kickstarter campaign. The link to that is in the description of the video down below. Make sure to do that. Let's go ahead and go to the table and I'll explain how this game works. All right, so this is Monster Stomping Heroes from John Clark. In Monster Stomping Heroes, every player is going to have a city that is their home city that they are trying to protect, such as London, New York, Paris, Toronto, or Moscow. We're just going to keep Moscow out here. And you're also going to have the torso of a monster. So let's just pick this guy right here. Then all players are also going to have the torso of a hero. Let's go with this one right here. And after you've done that, you'll put your hero on one side and your monster on another side. Now, in this game, you are trying to build up your monster as best as you can so that you can attack other players' cities and steal their city defense cards that are around their city. You will also want to make sure to build up your hero to defend your city from other players' monsters. Now, how you do this is you are going to be playing cards from this deck. On your turn, you can do one of three things. The first thing is you can draw cards up to 6, and then you will play one of those cards in addition to playing possibly some special cards. So, what do these cards look like? Well, they might be things to add to your monster. So for instance, I can add some acid tentacles to my monster's arms. I could add hair spikes to my monster's head. And I might then add a hammer tail to its back. And I gotta give him some legs, right? Kraken legs. Now, as you can see, each of these cards gives me plus and some sort of number. And whatever cards I have added to my monster, that is his power. So for instance, 2, 1, 1, and 2 gives me a total of 6. So my monster has a power of 6. Now I could also play cards to beef up my hero here, such as Flame Legs, or perhaps a Meteor Shield. Got to give him a head, right? How about Mega Brain? So this is a very smart hero. And on his back, tentacles. So there we go. And this hero here would have a power of 2, 2, 2, and 1 for a total of 7. So that's the first thing you can do. Like I said, you can also play some special cards. These special cards have a blue border to them that also have an S in the bottom corner. And what some of these cards do, Spy, you are able to look at another player's hand. Plague, you can make another player discard one of their city defense cards. Or you could skip another player's turn. And if at any time someone plays a special card against you that you don't like, you can play a Nope. Forget about it. You can't do that against me. Although they could play a Nope on your Nope. That can happen in this game. And another type of card that you might play on your turn is a city defense card, because the winner of the game is whoever has 6 city defense cards around their city first. If you are able to do that, you will win the game. Now, that's only one thing that you might do on your turn. Another thing you can do on your turn is to discard cards, drawing new cards, hopefully getting better cards for yourself. Or the third and final thing you can do on your turn is you can attack. You can send your monster to attack another player's city, and that player will use their hero to defend. Now you can play combat cards during combat, and some of these combat cards do things like take down another player's defense. And so you would get -2 on that other player, helping your monster to succeed. Or you might beef up your monster, giving your monster +3. Or you might play something real nasty, such as a monster is blocked and its score cannot be used in the combat because it's having babies. Or your hero's cover is blown and they are blocked this turn and they cannot be used in the combat. So those are some very powerful cards there. Now, not only do you add up the numbers of the cards next to your hero or your monster and your hero, but each player involved in the combat will roll a d6, and these are both the same, they're just different colors, and you add that to your score. Now, in the event that the monster scores higher than the hero, then the player who attacked will get to take one of the city defense cards from that player and add it to their city. If, however, the defending player's hero tied or scored more than the attacking monster, then nothing happens. The city defense cards stay where they are, and the defender will get this little guy, who is a morale boost. It adds +1 to that hero's defense ability. Now, this can get stolen. It can be passed around to other players without the player even getting to use it. So it's something that you might not get to have for very long. Now, in the event that the player who has 5 city defense cards on their turn does the play a card action and plays a 6th and final city defense card, the game does not immediately end. The next player will get one last chance to attack that player, trying to steal a city defense card so that the game can continue, and that can happen. Otherwise, if you get your 6th and final card through attacking another player and successfully defeating that player, then you are the winner, and that is how you play Monster Stomping Heroes. All right, so right now we're going to share our thoughts on this game and maybe what you could expect if you play this game. Sam, this is just a simple card game in which you are trying to get better numbers than the other player and timing out your attacks, hoping to get good dice rolls and that sort of thing. What'd you think about Monster Stomping Heroes?
I wasn't really sure what to think at the beginning. I'm not really big into monsters and all that stuff, and when you said you're trying to build a monster, but once you play, it's actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed the aspect of getting to kind of choose and change what your monster and what your hero looked like.
Yeah.
I got really lucky with my cards.
She did. You should check out our playthrough video too.
Yeah, and so it always helps me enjoy a game if I win it the first time. But I did like it. It was easy to understand. It was a fun playthrough. Mm-hmm. Definitely something I would suggest for non-gamers.
Yeah, I think this was a game that I found surprising to really get into. Card games are kind of, they're simple, they can be elegant, but yet sometimes they don't draw you in like immersive, big, giant board games do. But this is really kind of cool to be able to customize a monster. Customize a superhero. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of times with card games, we tend to, it's kind of the beginning of the night, get you warmed up for more bigger games. But I think with this could be, kind of the star of the night. One of the bigger games, even though it comes in a small package. It's a lot of fun, and it has a lot of oomph for such a small package.
Right. Now, in our playthrough video, we did 2 players, and this game plays up to 5. And I think this is an excellent game that gets better with more players at the table. I think this is one that when you have a lot of people of 5 at the table playing this, there's lots of choices. Do I want to attack this person? Do I want to attack that person? Kind of giving a similar feel to something like King of Tokyo, sort of. When you're the King of Tokyo and everybody's ganging up on you because you're in the lead, maybe you have the most city defense cards, that kind of idea here. A lot of fun with that kind of mechanic of ganging up on someone, or being king of the hill, sort of kind of thing there. Simple enough game. You said earlier this is one that you think would work well with non-gamers.
Yeah, it's really easy to understand, which is, a big thing with non-gamers. It's not super confusing. It has some, but it's not super basic either. It's not so, out there that it's boring. It has different layers, but they're just easy to understand.
Yeah. Now, I also really enjoyed the artwork and the flavor text on the cards. They were humorous, really kept you captivated into the game. And I really thought the amount of cards was really good too, because you see the same card over and over again, things are going to get stale, they're going to get boring, but I don't think we ever saw that. I think they're all unique cards, and that the different parts that you're putting onto your monster, the different parts you're putting onto your hero.
Yeah.
Just really cool. Again, the customization, I think, was a really cool aspect to this game.
And how you can, you think at one point I thought I had one, but then Lance came back and played a few really good cards, and the game kind of regained steam.
Right. That's another thing about this game that we wanted to make sure to point out is that you're never quite sure when it's going to end, because you always have that last chance to disrupt the player who has 6 city defense cards if they're playing it from their hand. You get that one last chance, and so the game can continue just like it did in our playthrough video.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is Monster Stomping Heroes from John Clark. Again, this is running on Kickstarter, so be sure to check out the Kickstarter campaign. You can click that link down there below.
Please make sure to like and subscribe and push the bell button so you get notified of all our new content.
All right, there you go. I'm Lance.
I'm Sam.
And we are Love to Hate, where we try to bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. We'll see you next time.